In a quiet town where nothing unusual ever happened, there was an old antique shop squeezed between two modern cafes. Most people passed by without even noticing it, except for Dara. One rainy afternoon, Dara stepped inside the shop to escape the storm. The air smelled like dust and forgotten memories. Shelves were filled with odd objects, cracked mirrors, headless statues, and music boxes that played without being touched. But what caught Dara's eye was a small brass clock at the very back. Its hands were moving backwards. Curious, Dara picked it up. Instantly, the shop became silent. The sound of rain outside faded. Even the music boxes stopped. Then Dara heard a whisper. "Do you want to go back?" Dara froze. The whisper didn't come from a person, it came from the clock. Before Dara could respond, the room twisted like melting glass. Suddenly, he was standing in his home, but everything was reversed. Words on the walls were backwards. People walked backward. Even birds flew backward through the sky. And the strangest part? Everyone seemed to know Dara, but Dara didn't know any of them. A child ran up and said, "You're back. You said you wouldn't return." Dara tried to speak, but every word came out reversed. He couldn't understand himself. Panicking, he looked at the clock still in his hand. Its hands began spinning faster and faster, pulling him in like a whirlpool. Another whisper, "Forward or backward? Choose." Dara, unable to talk, simply closed his eyes and wished to go home. The next moment, he was back in the antique shop. The storm had stopped. Everything looked normal. Except... The shopkeeper stared at Dara and said, "You came back much earlier this time." He smiled. Dara didn't, because on the shelf behind the shopkeeper, there were dozens of brass clocks, each one ticking backward, each one with a tiny label, Dara, attempt 32.